Vanderbilt just handed you one of the most embarrassing losses since I've been an Alabama fan, probably since 2007. It's probably one of the most embarrassing losses for the Crimson Tide. Vanderbilt, I mean, they're not doing anything. They didn't do anything on offense that you didn't know what was coming, and you just absolutely could not stop them. It was an absolutely abysmal performance, especially by this Alabama defense. They could not stop Vanderbilt from doing anything. So basically on our instant reaction show today, basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through my 5 keys to victory, and we're going to talk about how Alabama didn't do a damn one of those, and look what happens. They end up losing this game 40-35. First loss against Vanderbilt since 1984. First time Vanderbilt has beaten a number 1 ranked team in their program's history. They were 0-60 against number 1 ranked teams. Now they're 1-60. Make sure you guys are subscribed, though, right here to the Alabama Football Report, where I'm going to rant. I'm not even going to lie, guys. I'm going to rant, and, I'll try my absolute best not to cuss, but there are going to be no promises there. But make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Alabama Football Report at youtube.com/@RollTideTV. Before we get into those keys to victory that Alabama was not able to do, just want to go into some injury news here. Kobe Prentice left the game. I'm pretty sure it was in that first half. Ended up, he didn't know where he was. Kind of got shoulder pad to shoulder pad on both sides of the helmet, and it's unfortunate that he was taken out of this game. Justin Jefferson was a game time decision. Also did not, I don't think anyways, make an appearance in this game. I have to go back and look, but didn't look like he was in the game at all. But injuries out of this game. Kobe Prentice left with what looks like it ended up going to be a concussion for him. Didn't really get any kind of confirmation of that. But after the hit, it just did not look like Kobe Prentice knew where he was at all. All right, keys to victory for this game against Vanderbilt. Have that dog mentality. Guess what Alabama did not have? They did not have that dog mentality. They got bullied up front for this entire game. They could not stop anything. They could not run the ball, but I'll save that because we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, look, you knew exactly what was going to come. Towards the end of the game, that last drive, when Alabama had an opportunity to get off the field, it was like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. You had all 3 timeouts, plus an extra one with the 2-minute warning. I actually started calling plays for Vanderbilt. I said, if Vanderbilt wants to do anything here, they need to run some RPOs and end up throwing the ball because Alabama's not going to be able to stop it. And guess what? They weren't able to stop it. Look, we talked about all week how this was going to be a trap game for you. Alabama coaching staff set up mouse traps in the damn Mal Moore facility all week long. And you went out there and you played a game and it looked like you had not gone to practice all week long. It's just absolutely abysmal performance by the defense. Offense, look, they've got a little bit of the blame too on this. That first interception, went right off Ryan Williams' helmet. Pops up, pick 6 for Vanderbilt, which ultimately, ends up being one of the deciding factors in this game. And then, look, man, on defense, you just couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. We'll talk about that more here in a second. But first, let me know who is the most to blame for this loss against Vanderbilt. It could be a number of options. It could be Kalen DeBoer. He's the head man. He's supposed to, get this team right with the mentality to go in there and play. He did not do that this week during practice. Is it Kane Womack? I mean, my God, Alabama's defense could not stop anything. Is it the offensive line? They couldn't get anything going either. There's a lot of possibilities here. I think ultimately it falls on the head coach, and I hate saying that because I really like Kalen DeBoer, but let me know at the pinned comment of today's video who is the most to blame for Alabama's loss here against Vanderbilt. That ad's probably going to come here on YouTube. That's fine. Take advantage of it. Go down there, spam the comments section with who you think is the most to blame here. Number 2 key to victory, play your assignments. What did Alabama not do for the entire game on defense? They did not play their assignments. There were multiple times where I mean, how many times, if you were watching our Alabama Football Report watch party, how many times did I say, RPO, he hands it up, Pavia hands it off, or he takes it, and it's a gain of 5, it's a gain of 6, it's a gain of 7. They could not stop anything. And it's 11 on 11. Everybody has their assignments that they have to take care of. And when you're opening up holes that, you're gaining 7, 8 yards per carry, I mean, somebody has to not be playing their assignment. It's just, my God, they ended up, Vanderbilt had 418 total yards in this game, 252 passing yards, 162 rushing yards on the ground. Alabama was not able to stop them at all in this game, especially on defense, and a lot of that comes from them not being able to, just play their assignments on defense at the end of the day. Key to victory number 3, get this running game going. And you know what Alabama did not do? They did not get the running game going at all in this game. I'm going to pull up some of the box score stats here for Alabama. Your leading rusher was Jalen Milroe, 5 carries for 45 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged 9 yards per carry. Why are you not going to go back to him? If he's averaging 9 yards per carry, why is he only getting 5 carries in this game? Justice Haynes wasn't able to get anything going. I understand why you move away from him. He only had 6 carries for 23 yards, no touchdowns. Look, Alabama just wasn't able to do anything on the ground. And look, a lot of that falls on your offensive line. I don't know what was happening with Jaden Roberts in this game, but he got taken out for Geno Vandermark multiple times. And I don't think he was injured. I think a lot of that had to do with the play. So, look, Alabama wasn't able to get anything going on the ground in this game. They end up rushing in total for only 84 yards. That cannot happen against a team of this quality in Vanderbilt who, look, you're the better team at the end of the day. You have better players. You have better coaching. Apparently, it did not show up in this game. And, look, not being able to run the ball at all really hurts you because Vanderbilt went out there and they out-possessioned you. Yeah, let's just round it. 18 minutes for Alabama time of possession, 42 minutes for Vanderbilt. They had the ball for 42 out of the 60 minutes in this game. If that happens going forward, you're not going to win another game. I'm not saying Alabama's going to lose every game for the rest of the season, but you're going to lose every single game that you get out possessioned 42 minutes to 18 minutes. That just cannot happen.
Guys, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor today, Game Time. Look, Game Time is the only ticketing app I use, and they even have a new feature now called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out all the fluff to show you only the incredible deals on great seats so you do not have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Game Time Picks is just curation that makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and so much more. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer you get to the start of the event. Game Time has killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price is guaranteed. If you find tickets in the same section or row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. They even have seat views, which is one of my favorite things about Game Time. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. So if you're going to like a baseball game or something, you're not getting blocked out by a foul pole or, you're going to some weird, football stadium and you get blocked out by, a press box or something like that. That's one of the worst things that can happen. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today. Create an account and redeem promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Check out GameTime.co for last-minute tickets. Terms do apply, but again, create an account and redeem promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. That link will be in the comment section and the description of today's video. Download Game Time today, because what time is it? It's game time. All right, my key to victory number 4 going into this game was Alabama was going to have to get off the field on both 3rd and 4th downs. And guess what? They couldn't. They could not get off the damn field on 3rd downs.
Vanderbilt was 12 for 18 on third downs. That is 66%. Not completion percentage, but you know what I'm saying. Efficiency is 66% on third downs. I just mentioned it. They had the ball for 42 minutes in this game, and a lot of that was because Alabama could not get off the field on defense. They had multiple times where they were able to. There was a play, there were multiple penalties in the first half, which we'll talk about here in a second as well, Alabama was able to get off the field on a punt, had 2 number 2s out there on the field, and one of them is returning the punt. So Zabian Brown is the other one. I assume he is at that gunner position. That's on the coaching staff, man. The coaching staff has to know if you're going to put Ryan Williams back there to return the punts, you have got to get somebody else in there at that gunner position. That extended one of the drives for Vanderbilt. On that same exact drive, you had kind of a BS roughing the passer call on Quandarius Robinson that, maybe by the letter of the law, it was roughing the passer. He jumped up to block the ball, ended up following through on the head of Pavia. But man, that extended another drive, and they were able to get a touchdown off of that. You can talk about the interception, or you can talk about the pick six being the difference in this game, but you can also talk about that play being in the difference in this game as well. Alabama moving forward has got to do something different on third and fourth downs. They were 1 for 1 on fourth downs as well. But you're not going to be able to win games moving forward when you're allowing opposing offenses to convert 66% on third down, especially when I keep going back to this. They are not a better team than you, but they went out there with a perfect game plan, and they absolutely embarrassed Alabama today. So I want to hear from you guys again in the comments section. Grade Alabama's performance against Vanderbilt, A, B, C, D, or F. You can go ahead and spam the comments with your D's and F's. I think you should probably put F in there because this was just an absolutely embarrassing, abysmal performance by Alabama today. Key to victory number 5, just kind of talked about it for a second. Play clean football for 60 minutes, and you just could not freaking do it. Alabama was actually better when it came to penalties today. 6 penalties for 57 yards. That's better than 3 out of your 4 games so far this year. But they just came at absolutely terrible times. We just talked about the drives that continuously got extended for Vanderbilt. You talk about, there was another drive where Alabama, the Jalen Milroe, he's a yard past the line of scrimmage, man. You got to know where the line of scrimmage is. We talked about it last year. He did it 4 or 5 times last year where he goes out there on third and fourth down trying to make a play. I get that, but you're past the line of scrimmage when you throw the ball. That takes a 50-yard throw off the board to Jeremy Bernard, and you end up having to punt on that drive. So there are a lot of things that Alabama is going to have to clean up moving forward, or else, the haters and the naysayers are going to look like geniuses at the end of the day. Because you went out there against a Vanderbilt team who has not beat you in 23 straight times since 1984, and they went out there and with 28,000 fans in attendance, their stadium is under construction. There were more Alabama fans there than Vanderbilt fans there, and they just outplayed you on all 3 phases of the game. Vanderbilt went out there and they absolutely outplayed Alabama. They outcoached Alabama, and they deserve the win today. Hats off to Diego Pavia. Hats off to Clark Lee, Vanderbilt's head coach. Hats off to the Vanderbilt fan base. I hope they burn that city to the ground tonight in celebration, because you absolutely should be celebrating. Because, you went out there and you played better than Alabama for 60 straight minutes. Alabama did not have a single lead in this ball game, and it absolutely shows. They played terrible, and the offense at the end of the day wasn't that bad, but there were just a lot of little things that piled up. Jalen Milroe also had a fumble where, Elijah Pritchett gets absolutely smoked off the line of scrimmage, But that pressure is coming at Jalen Milroe's face. He's got to be able to feel that. He's got to be able to see that, and he's got to step up and make some kind of play in the pocket. And you know what? If you get sacked, whatever, that's fine. We'll live to the next play. But you absolutely cannot fumble the ball in that situation when you're trying to go down there and score to take your first lead of the game. Vanderbilt absolutely embarrassed Alabama today. So let me know your one-word reaction in the comments section for Alabama's loss against Vanderbilt. I've said it multiple times in today's show. My one-word reaction is embarrassing. Let me know yours in the comments section right now.